All right, you guys, as we promised, back by popular demand, it's Fatal1ty. So welcome back. Glad to have you here again.
Yeah, thanks for having me again.
All right, so before we really get into the conversation, I want to remind all of you at home to get your questions ready for Fatal1ty because we will get to those really soon. So make sure you guys start writing those down. Don't forget them. We're going to get to them right away. All right, so you heard some of what Carl was showing us about the new Core processors. Now, have you tried them out yet? What do you think about them?
Well, I've personally been using the Core i7 Extreme Edition for a while now. For me, it's to play the games I play, I'm really trying to get the most frames I can possibly get in the game. And also wearing the new 3D glasses now, I've been playing with that a lot. And, you know, you have to have it because the screen is actually repeating twice on the screen, so having the faster processor actually helps me get more frames when I'm playing 3D gaming.
All right, so let's talk a little bit about the Game Developer Conference. Obviously, we're bringing the show to you guys from here. You had a chance to see the floor. Are there any things that really stood out to you today?
Well, you know, I got to go around a lot. I got to see Cliffy B with Epic and so forth, and you know, see him talking about the new Gears 3 and how he's working with that. And then also, I'm a big fan of just like you know, improving my experience of playing games and get me more immersed in the environment. You know, working with creative, we've already done the X5 sound and everything, but I still really like the 3D glasses. I still like that to advance and keep getting better and better as time goes on. And like I said, the Core i7 processor fits in there perfectly because you really need to have a really good computer to run those screens multiple times.
Yeah, okay, so you've talked a little bit about stereoscopic vision. We've seen that for a while now. Are there any changes now? If not, like, where do you think that needs to go? Well,
we need to get it more compatible with bigger screens. Right now we've been limited to 22-inch and then now 24-inch. So we're kind of limited by the size. I personally would love to have a 52-inch screen or so and be totally emerged into it. And then also the great thing about it is to get it brighter, to make sure that we're seeing it in full color. Because when I'm playing like Call of Duty or something like that and a guy's like hiding underneath the truck, if it's not really bright, I really can't tell there's a guy hiding down there in the bushes or underneath the truck. So it makes a big difference to pick him out a little faster.
Okay, what else in gaming and maybe PC gaming do you see happening, or can you look into your Fatal1ty crystal ball? What do you think is going to happen? Should happen?
Well, like for gaming in general, you know, like I said, like I'm trying to immerse myself more into that world all the time. You know, just improving my experience of playing the games. So for me, I'm just looking for great games that offer a great amount of skill-based at the same time as just great graphics and great gameplay. I think gameplay is the most important thing for all of us gamers that play online because we're trying to play a game for a long period of time. We don't want to just play the game for like a week or two and beat the game and like, okay, the game's kind of boring now, we're done with it. So I think for the game developers, you know, from my standpoint, from a lot of the gamers online, we really want a game that has great gameplay.
All right, so don't forget, you guys, to get those questions ready and send them in. I actually have one for you. We talked before about your house, or your crib, yeah. I should say. You're going to be redoing that. There's like this mega gaming room coming, right? What's going to happen there?
Well, basically, I'm just remodeling my place in Vegas, but I'm building like a whole room designated to just a gaming room. I'm going to have 4 to 5 person LAN set up in there, have a 30-inch screens on the wall and so forth, and have it all set up for me and my friends to kind of just land up and game it up pretty heavily. But also I got really good fiber into my building, so ping times to LA are like 8 milliseconds, which is like stellar.
Yeah.
And then I'm gonna try to I just got done with doing a thing with Intel in Germany, and I actually got a chance to race against Alex Rossi, which is an upcoming Formula 1 driver. And he's kind of not much of a big gamer, but we were playing this game where we would race around in a car and so forth. So I'm looking forward to getting my place set up to do a little race car driving too. Mm-hmm. I'm not only killing people all the time, but also I like to play other games as well.
Okay, so you're the big gamer, he's the big race car driver.
Yeah.
I gotta ask, who won?
Technically, well, I guess, yeah, I mean, I guess I would say he won.
Right.
He had a faster lap time than me. He actually won 39, and I had 140. So he beat me in the lap time race for sure.
All right, but we're going to just throw this out there. I think race car drivers use this to practice all the time, right? So they play this.
He just knows so much more about just the physics and stuff like that. I mean, it's really interesting that you can actually take a real sport and bring it in the game into the video game, and the person that plays it in the real world knows like all the small little angles of like how to get an edge on his opponent and so forth. So even me, like playing pool, I played in real life a lot, and playing in a video game, it's like, wow, I know I have to hit this kind of English, a little backspin or whatever. So him him do the race car thing, I mean, if he played there anymore, he would have just been slaughtering everyone, you know. So he only played for like 2 hours. He was already running like only 4 seconds off the best lap time.
Yeah.
So he was very impressive, and just cool to hear all of his thoughts about braking and turning and making sure his wheels don't lock up and everything. He's a world champion, race car driver. So.
All right, and you're a world champion gamer. I got my questions in, so now it's time for your questions for Fatality, and it's also time to earn some more chips. Now, the Claim Your Chips link is going to appear on your screen in the next few moments, so remember, there is no need to refresh your page. It's going to appear, and you'll see it, no worries. All right, so Fatality, it looks like we've got some questions for you already. Are you ready?
Oh, for sure.
All right, so let's see. We've got Kevin from Eugene, Oregon. Have you thought about working on development of games?
Well, it's always been a big interest of mine to make my own game or to work on something like that. I think it's more or less the opportunity when the timing's right, it'll come up. But, obviously I think for me, I'd definitely be making a first-person shooter game. A lot of people ask me what kind of game I make. It's pretty obvious. I'd be playing a first-person shooter or making one. But I just love playing games in general, so it would be very interesting to make one. But I think the biggest thing I would really want in my game is to make it transcending, make it so that I bring all the communities together. I would really like if the Xbox and the PS3 and the PC gamers were all one community. Right now we're so divided and split up. I just really, it's really kind of sad that all of us gamers are kind of split up. So I would like for all of us to be together.
All right, you're a PC and you want to play.
Yeah, I know. I want to use a mouse and keyboard. I know.
All right, so we've got Joe from Charlotte, North Carolina. What is the best graphics card to use for high-end gaming?
Well, personally for me, I think NVIDIA has always been the top of the leaderboard in doing graphics. I think their newest one's the GTX 295. I'm doing SLI already on that, and that's what I'm doing my 3D gaming on. But that's what I'm looking forward to is gaming with something that's going to give me a lot of frames. Okay,
so let's see. We've got Brian from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. What game are you looking forward to most, and why?
Well, I think the biggest game, I guess most recent for everyone was playing Modern Warfare 2, Call of Duty. But the game next, what's next? I'm a huge id Software fan, so I'm looking forward to Rage. I think it's going to be an amazing game, and you have John Carmack, leading that team and so forth, and he just, that whole team there, Todd and Marty and Steve Nicks and all those guys. I love all of them, so. I really just look forward towards their game. They always do an amazing job. Even when Doom 3 came out, back in, what was it, 2004, that was like the scariest single-player game I've ever played in my life. Physically, I was actually scared. Also, I probably set the mood right. I got the lights all dark. I only played it at 9 o'clock or later. I had 7.1 surround sound speakers set up with X-Fi sound, and I was just immersed into the world, and I swear, it just scared me crapless, and it was really funny because the game would actually laugh at you because it knew it scared you.
That's hilarious.
Yeah, it was a great game.
Wow, that sounds pretty intense.
Yeah.
All right, so
especially when they have like little 3-foot spiders crawling around. I lived in the basement at that time when I was playing that game, so it was not impossible to have a spider crawling around.
Yeah. You're like, All right, so. We've got Byron from Iowa. Is there a plan in the future, this is a good one, Byron, is there a plan in the future for the Fatality brand to partner with a computer manufacturer to make a Fatality Edition branded laptop?
Definitely. We are working right now with Origin PC. They were actually the guys who founded and created Alienware, and now they've went off and starting to do their own thing. So it's called Origin PC. We're making customized gaming laptops and customized gaming desktops. So we're actually doing both. And I'm working very closely with them right now to make customized PCs.
Very cool.
That's actually our newest partner.
Very cool.
Yeah.
Any secrets you can share on that? No, it's all secretive.
Well, I think the coolest thing we're offering, one of the coolest things I thought was wow, this is pretty interesting, is that say you already have a favorite case, you already bought this super duper case, and you've already kind of made it cool, whatever. You can actually send that in to Origin PC, and they'll actually build the computer, everything inside there, and then send it back to you. So if you already have your favorite case, whatever, and they have a great deal with Killer Paint, customized paint job and everything. They do an amazing job with the whole concept. So I thought that was the coolest thing.